In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast. It's weird not seeing your face.
It's less distracting, right? You're welcome.
It's a better view.
Fuck you.
We need to like tape a picture of his face on this side.
Yeah, that's something we can talk to.
Can we tape a picture of like Ryan Reynolds or something of though? Like
We can do that.
I'm not even mad at that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
like Jared Leto or something?
Ryan Reynolds. Jared Leto's a fucking weirdo.
A little bit. It's kind of androgynous too. Like I don't know.
Whether or not he's a weirdo,
like he might be a chick.
Might be a chick.
he's still not as good looking as Ryan Reynolds.
He's Boy Georging it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like either
which
way,
is true. It's
I feel
definitely
like,
not.
I feel like either way, it's gonna be okay if I put it in the butt. Like it's gonna be like, am I gonna notice?
Well, bet you he shaves his cheeks. But
I bet you
all
it's waxed.
yeah, but they're all
I bet
waxed
you it's
out.
waxed and bleached.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds?
Well, yeah, probably that too. Yeah,
And like Leto and your wife have the same haircut.
it's true.
So like from the back,
I think Haley's more muscular.
oh Haley's got a better ass than Jared Leto, like 100%.
Sure,
Like, but that's because meth is a hell of a drug.
dude, that motherfucker.
He's on something. I'm sorry he is, but
Like,
like
I mean, I do
he's
appreciate.
a good actor.
I appreciate method actors. You know,
Yeah, but meth actors are totally
meth
different.
actors are way different. Yeah.
That's not the same thing.
Well, didn't he like give like fucking like wasn't Margot Robbie like freaked out by him during the Joker because he gave her like a dead squirrel as a
He was doing that
present?
to the entire cast. He
Like-
was giving people like dead animals and like fucking weapons with their serial numbers filed off and shit. Like it was like,
Like,
bro.
yeah,
Fuck, you should have gave one to what's his name?
Yep.
Oh, I fucked it all up.
Baldwin?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, a shaved serial number doesn't help if a crew of 50 sees you shoot somebody.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't.
That just gets you in more trouble.
Right. It's like we know you did it and that weapon's untraceable. That's problematic. So I'm
that's
guessing.
one way to say it.
I'm guessing we're recording.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, fuck boys.
Yeah. Fuck boys. Indeed.
Yeah, you need to fix the inflection on
Yeah,
that last one. Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that heard it that way. 'Cause I was
Fuck
like,
boys.
there you go.
There it is.
That sounds better.
Yeah, because
Um,
fuck boys indeed. It's kind of like,
Yes, quite. Fuck boys indeed.
no, it's not any better.
No. Just because you added the accent doesn't make it any less creepy.
I'll take the rapist for 200.
It might actually be worse that you started with, yes, quite.
Yes, quite. Mm. Yeah, because now I sound like a Bond villain that's
Now
also
you
into
sa-
kids.
Now you sound like that Duke that had the contract with Epstein's company.
Oh, fucking Prince fucking Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of crazy pictures, have you guys seen the one with Off Hunter's laptop that's... I know we weren't talking about that. Changing the subject.
Yeah.
Look at me like I'm crazy.
The one of Joe?
I'm not gonna
Joe.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. The jump from Epstein to Hunter Biden is not a far.
It's no.
jump.
I guarantee you they hung out.
Yeah,
Like,
This picture probably was taken on the island, would be my guess, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like groping a naked young girl.
Who is?
Biden,
Biden.
I'm
Which
shocked.
Biden?
Joe.
the big guy.
Oh,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Shocked and chagrined.
did he have a look of disgust on his face because it wasn't a kid?
It was a
It
kid.
was a
That
kid.
was-
Oh,
Kind of, well, I don't know how old she was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Probably
Yeah.
14, 15.
she
don't
so-
wasn't wearing any ID. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I
And
did.
he didn't have a shirt on.
Yeah.
He
He
was-
was naked. They were
Is
blurred
he
out.
naked or is he in like shorts?
I don't know. It was blurred out across both of them. So,
So the ones that I have found,
I don't
which,
know what website y'all are going
I think
to.
you need
Google.
Yeah.
Not hard.
quick piece of advice. Maybe don't Google that kind of shit on company equipment.
Yeah, please.
you can Google anything with about Biden on company equipment.
There you go.
Ah, there you go. See,
But there's multiple of him posed, and one of them is him on the back of a chick, like he's riding her like a horse, One hand is taking the picture, and the other hand is thrown back like it's a bucking bronco.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that's photoshopped only because that level of agility is not happening for Joe Biden.
Yeah,
It's an old man body.
Is it timestamped? When was this picture taken?
Is it timestamp? Like an old photo where they put the dates on the bottom.
It's a Polaroid.
the orange numbers in the corner.
Apparently from between September 15th and October 3rd of 2018.
No way. No fucking way is it him.
Look, Jazz, go look at the picture.
Okay.
It very much looks like him.
I'm not saying it doesn't look like him. I'm just saying there's no way he's that agile 3 years ago.
If he was high on like a...
He's hanging out with Hunter.
Wait, are you talking about Hunter or Joe?
No, this is Hunter.
No, look at Joe.
Okay.
Find Joe.
No, we're talking about Joe.
I was like, yeah, I'm talking about there's no way 3 years ago Joe was pulling off a fucking bucking bronco move. Like, it's not happening. I'm sorry, but no.
Hunter, though.
You're saying Hunter, that's a different...
No, we're talking about Joe, dude.
Are you guys just running a used car dealership out of here?
No, they're new cars.
Oh.
What kind of asshole are you? That one's got 200 miles on it.
Whose is it?
Mike's, the guy who owns a Viper.
Oh, so you're just...
Apparently, this is just
it's a
Mike's
storage
fucking
facility.
garage.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a line though. Like you can put a Viper in here. You can put a 392 Jeep in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you want to bring like a Volkswagen or some shit?
Yeah.
Like, just fuck out of here.
What
with
about
that?
What about that W16 Volkswagen that they made for like a year?
Don't give a fuck.
No.
Do you see that? Do you remember that thing? It
Yeah.
was like a 500 and something horsepower
The
four-door
only thing German
Volkswagen.
that he owns that I'd allow in here is that G-Wagon.
Yeah.
G-Wagons are dope.
G-Wagons are
Did you
cool.
find it, Justin?
No, I can't find that anywhere.
Is it the
I
AMG
guess
one?
it Wiped it.
The G65 or whatever? The AMG one?
Is it AMG or is it Mercedes that makes it?
Well,
So
Yes.
you are not wrong, sir.
either way, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
AMG takes a Mercedes and AMG's it.
So AMG is the Mercedes Skunk Works. Well, technically that's Mercedes Black. AMG is just a performance division. So
Right.
It's Automotogrossen. It's just a performance division
Sure.
of Mercedes.
Okay.
So it's like when you see a BMW that has the M badge on it. That's just that's BMW tuning their own shit.
Right.
So an AMG version
It's like Nissan and Lexus.
no, those are two different brands.
It's
An
like-
AMG car is just it's Mercedes tuning their own
Or
shit.
Toyota and
It's
Lexus.
like when you buy a SIG, if you get a SIG Legion,
Yeah,
and
that's a good comparison.
SIG goes through the gun, puts all the high-end shit
Yeah,
in it
sure.
before you even
They
put your hands on it.
pre-performance it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
okay.
Same thing, but
See,
Mercedes
that I understand.
AMG is just a division of Mercedes.
Okay.
So
The G-Wagons are dope. That's all I know.
Yeah.
they're really popular with small businesses because if you pick a used one up, you save a lot of money on it, but they break the weight thing that you need for 107 or whatever the fuck it is with the government.
Yeah.
So the year you buy it, you can write off 100% of its value instead of having depreciated over 7 years.
Oh, nice.
And so it's because it's like a 8,000 or 9,000 pound vehicle.
Huh.
So it's
You're right,
Heavy
Justin. I can't find any of these on Google.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
I wouldn't be
scrub.
surprised if
I
they
can't
wiped
wait
it.
to see you guys' Wish fucking ads coming up soon, though.
Be a whole lot of crack pipes.
Right.
Yeah, some of the shit that Wish is like, hey, we got this. It's like, why?
Why do you have this? Who's buying these things?
Actually, it turns out that Wish doesn't provide that stuff. Essentially, what Wish is that's shitty Amazon.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff on Wish is from third-party resellers. It's
Sure.
just a shitty version.
Well,
of
it's a wish, not an order this.
it. Yeah, fair. Fucking-
Hope for this and see what you get.
That's usually how it ends up too. Because
Right.
I bought shit off Wish before just to try it. Like
No.
it's never what you ordered.
I like that almost everything that shows up that you order from Wish shows up and it's like it's the same size as it was in the picture. And by that I mean like if it was half an inch by half an inch on your phone because you were looking at a picture of
It's
it, it
this
shows
big.
up and it's actually that big.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It's like, what is this?
motherfucker, just put actual size on the
Is
motherfucker.
this,
I might buy it at that
is this an
point.
optic for ants?
Yeah. I might buy it at that point and be like, look,
Right.
it's a miniature version. That's adorable.
So, anyways, welcome to the Freedom Friends podcast.
Oh, fuck, we haven't got to that point yet.
I'm Mikey. Jazz is over there. John's over here. Scott's next to me. And we are the four mediocre assholes that call this shindig home. Brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. Screw yourself that fucking sweet 15% off. And of course, our buddies Icy Tech coolers for all those icy the Icy Techs I need to get their slogan down, man. Like, they need something.
Icy Tech coolers for your Icy Tech needs.
Yeah, something. I got to come up with something. But use that code FreedomFriends10 over there. Get yourself 10% off. And of course, owellness.us for your CBD needs. Use that code FreedomFriends25. Get yourself a quarter off your order over there. Fuck, boys.
For a cool deal on coolers.
Jazz, first of all, I want to say congratulations publicly
Thank you very much.
on the grand opening of your store.
Thanks to all you guys for showing up.
Hey, man, we want to
was
support,
fun.
dude. Like, it was funny because we all had the same conversation while we were there. And it was like none of this is our scene.
Right.
But and you could very much tell because we were like all crowded in the bar, which is our scene. So,
Part of that was strategy.
right?
And I was like, none of my friends give a fuck. All of my friends drink.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Hey,
Done
I'm opening a
and
game
done.
store. It's not really my scene. It's got a bar. I'll come hang out.
I'll come hang out. I'll swing through. And that's literally what happened is we all hung out on Friday at the grand opening, hanging out, and I had a good time, man. It was a good time. Like, you know, I kind of worked the bar for you for a couple hours.
We're
and
not that weird.
There was a couple that were weird.
Yeah, but even I think those people are weird.
Well,
And they're my people. Like-
You would be fucking weird if you didn't think they were weird.
Yeah, they're
But,
my people.
Yeah.
And I still think they're weird.
There was a couple of them. There was a couple dudes. One guy, bless his heart, man. This guy, he comes up and you can tell he's really excited. And like, but he's like trying to act hard. It's like a weird flex. He's like, yeah, I'm like in charge of the Warhammer League in
Yeah.
the area. And I'm like,
He claimed ownership,
I'm like, cool, man.
or he claimed leadership.
Yeah, like,
Really?
yeah, like he was like,
Wow.
like fucking, he was one of those like professional players guys that you were talking about.
Yeah, but we have a crew in there that's in charge of a big league,
I
and
made-
they're all great.
And he even like
Like,
pointed
I
out his
made-
shirt. He's like, "Yeah, I got this shirt. See, my buddy over here, we got matching shirts. He's on it with me and all
I
this." And
made
was
the
just like, "All right,
comment.
bro."
It's easier for me to pack to go to the range than these guys to pack to come play.
That's 100% true.
Yeah.
They had like luggage.
Yeah,
Huh?
Yeah.
because I'm both of those people. Like I
Yeah.
go to the range
Right.
and I play those games. It is far easier for me to go to the range than it is to go anywhere and play that game.
Yeah, it was pretty
So-
intense. They do carry a lot of shit with them.
Yeah,
But I mean, good on them, dude. I mean, they're into it, and everybody looked like they were having a fucking blast.
yeah.
You know,
The
and
turnout was great. Everybody had a good time. I didn't hear any real complaints or anything. Like it was.
Yeah.
I learned something
Uh-oh.
at the ribbon cutting
What's up?
that the big fucking scissors are actually sharp.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
that pair was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pair was legit.
Yeah,
And I could hear it fucking slight. It was like,
when you went, shing, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
yeah.
So they came the day before and
You
dropped
can lose
those.
fingers in that motherfucker,
Yeah.
man. That thing was wild.
They came the day before and dropped them off.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why, because it's not like it was like, hey, we need to stage
So you can
these.
practice.
It's like, yeah, I was like, what the okay. And just watching him twitch behind the fucking
He just muted
you just got
him.
muted.
Sure did.
But I was sitting there and I did the same thing. Like I picked him up because if somebody hands you a giant anything, like you're going to be like, I want to play with this. And so they handed me the scissors and I went,
I'll mute my fucking mic. I'll come over there. God damn it. No.
but she dropped all those giant scissors and I did the same thing. I went, shing. And I was like, oh, fuck. But like, I
Yeah.
thought these were a gimmick.
Like
Yeah.
you lose a finger with those.
Those
fucking
actually have an edge.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, those
because I've seen them in other places, like the ones that the Chamber of Commerce use.
fake.
They're dog shit.
and the ribbon's pre-cut.
Yeah,
So you just kind of go like through where the break is and
Yeah.
it's supposed to make it fall. And
that's why when I was doing all the ribbon cuttings for the former employer,
Yeah.
I would always bring that machete.
Yeah.
just because it was more on brand too. But yeah, like, which I was gonna bring one for you. I was gonna bring a machete, and then I thought about asking Scott to bring the sword, but I was like,
somebody gotten hurt.
somebody would have gotten
Yeah.
fucking murdered had Scott.
As dope as that would have been, that is a legitimately dangerous piece of cutlery.
Yeah.
That thing is sharp as fuck.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, and technically speaking, if we're going off traditionally, I believe it's not allowed to be resheathed until it's drawn blood. Correct? Isn't that like the traditional?
I think the
No, 'cause you can take it out and hone it.
The
You can't-
tradition is you're not supposed to pull it halfway out of the sheath.
Yeah.
It's either all the way out or all the way back in. Not like halfway and show it off. And
but the tradition you're talking about is if you draw it for the intentions of using it, then it can't be.
Yeah,
You're supposed to leave it out. If you're gonna use it, then you either die.
it's
Or
similar to
you let
concealed carry laws.
Then try
Like,
unless you can use
if you
it.
pull that motherfucker out, you better
Right.
use it.
But at the same
Otherwise-
time,
Otherwise, you're committing
at the same time, you're also
fucking
allowed
crime.
to like remove that thing and like clean it and
Sure.
stuff like that. So
You just see a dude walking around the streets with a fucking samurai sword out. You're like, oh, fuck. Like, nobody look at him.
Today's the day. He's just waiting
walking
for
around just
somebody
going,
to make eye
son
contact.
of a bitch. I thought it was going to happen. I pulled the sword out. He ran away. Like, now I just have to carry this around.
What a coincidence. I pulled my gun and I had nobody to shoot at.
Yes. I got to find somebody.
Well, no, like when I went through the CHL class, they were basically like, hey, look, once you get this, like in order for you to fucking pull your weapon out, there's still ROE.
Yeah.
Like to like legally fucking like protect yourself.
So,
there's still ROE. It's
I
like you have to
think-
tell them that you're armed.
I think you
It's like-
worded it a little wrong when you said you have to use the gun if you pull it out. No, you're justified in using the gun at the time you pull it out.
Well, you're justified
But
with
you-
the right amount of force.
Well, yeah, but you can change your mind and not shoot somebody. Say you draw the gun and they stop doing what they're doing.
Well, then
you
that's
don't
what
have
it is.
to.
It's,
You're not
that's only if
obligated
you're
to
under
shoot
threat.
him. Then
it's the
like-
right amount of force, though.
Yeah.
But there is still the ROE thing. Because like
You know,
you can't
like-
brandish your weapon just to be a dick.
Well, you guys
just to
remember-
be like, go and fuck around, find out. Like you can't do that shit.
Yeah.
You guys
But if
remember when
somebody's
I
like trying to
had to
attack you and you draw the weapon and they retreat and leave,
yeah, you can't shoot them.
you can put the weapon away. Like,
Yeah.
You're
Well,
not
well,
required to shoot them.
You can.
Yeah.
Just like
You can do anything.
If you shoot
you're
them
not
in,
supposed to kill people, but you can still do it.
if you shoot them in the back, though, you're gonna get a murder charge.
Right. That's why,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
before
There's
you do that,
consequences.
like when they're running away, you go like a white winged dove. So they spin around and go, sing song, sound like she's singing, and then blah, blah. So it's
There's
front
fucking
side.
3
like-
hot ones in them real
Yeah.
quick. Well, like when I
just
stopped
gotta-
the fucking dickhead who tried to rob Walmart, when that dude had pulled out the knife, and I didn't pull my weapon out, I just fucking lifted my shirt and was like, "Hey, bud."
See, you're
Put
laughing,
it
but
down.
if I had a story where I
Yeah, that was
smoked a
it.
motherfucker
I
because
was
I
like-
got him to turn around by singing Stevie Nicks, you'd be like, fucking, all right, no, that's.
Except we'd be
Yeah.
having this conversation like through a telephone and like,
Right in the
plexiglass.
Jazz. Anybody who turns around and actually sings it back to you, you don't really need to shoot that guy.
You don't want to shoot
Right,
that
then
guy.
you're like, all right, you're all right.
Yeah.
You're
It
good.
depends how they sing.
if anything,
Yeah.
that's a test.
Like, what the fuck is that? Now
Right.
you fucking shoot him.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're
What
saying
do you
if
mean
they
you don't know the words?
so if they turn and can't finish the lyric,
Yeah, there you go.
then you do it. Okay, got it. You know what? I'll drink to that. That's fucking.
That makes sense.
This is why we're not in charge.
Oh, no, I'm not a.
Or this is why we should be in charge.
One of the two. Like, yeah, that's justified why. He didn't sing back.
I'm gonna go with the
Bullshit.
former. This is why we're not in charge.
I sang Stevie Nicks. He didn't return. Fucking justified. You're free to go. Take your weapon with you.
See,
You
my
can
next
keep that too.
had I be if I was the investigating officer though, I'd be like, what song? Because it better be
It
like,
makes a difference.
yeah,
Right.
Because I myself personally not a big Stevie Nicks fan at all. Like,
Right, but are
can't
you?
stand her.
Oh, yeah. So you're like a.
I don't like Stevie Nicks.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay.
No. Like I think when South Park made fun of her as a goat, they were right the fuck on. Like I think they nailed it. Like I'm just not a fan. Case in point, it's almost caused rifts in my marriage. Me not liking Stevie Nicks.
I happen to know that she has a bit of an affinity for
She does.
Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac.
She likes
actually.
Fleetwood Mac and
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks. And all right, so you know how like if you have an iPhone, every time you plug your phone in, it'll start playing your fucking iTunes automatically.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it just so happens that every time I get in the car with Haley and she plugs her phone in to play
Oh.
music, the fucking track that comes up every fucking time is Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and so I'll start like talking shit, and Haley gets genuinely offended that I don't like Stevie Nicks. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac or Stevie Nicks. Do they make some good songs? Absolutely. I'm not going to say they're dog shit. You know, they wouldn't still be around,
Dude, it's like
you know, but
Uh,
there's two camps.
I almost got attacked because I didn't understand Kesha.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was almost like it turned into like sit the fuck down and listen to this block of instruction. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
What like
Yeah.
I was like, you're talking about $K huh. Like we're talking about the same person, right? Like
Yeah.
and she was like, well, she doesn't use the $sign anymore. And da da da. And I was like,
But she did. She still did.
okay, but you're talking about a chick that had a $sign in her name and said she brushed her teeth with a bottle of Jack. Like that's the person we're talking about.
Yep.
And she was like, yeah. And I was like, and
Dirt and glitter, man.
I need a block of instruction on this artist because I didn't realize that she came from like country music royalty. And I was like,
What?
Did she?
Apparently, her mother was the lead songwriter for Dolly Parton.
Get the fuck out of here. Well, the
Like-
more you know.
Yeah, right. This was all part of that block of instruction. And the problem is, the way my mind works is this is information I have for fucking ever now.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Now you live with that fact.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck.
the more I know, the least I care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's-
bartended at Kesha's show once. It's the only reason I ever had any connection.
How did you throw the clothes away afterwards?
I fucking had to.
There's no way it washed out.
It's just the fucking herpes of that
So,
is glitter. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Kesha fans, when they go to the show,
They show up in fucking trash bags.
with trash bags and like gallon bags of glitter.
Yes.
It's like part of the thing of going.
Fuck
Yeah.
off.
And so fortunately, I wasn't anywhere near like the fucking crowd or anything. I was in one of the sidebars. Like it was Pier 6 Pavilion in Baltimore. Huge fucking like outdoor pavilion that's around the harbor. And I was towards like right when you walked in, I was one of the first bars. So the stage was actually like behind me and to my right. And then all the city like seats and everything were back that way. So fortunately, I wasn't like in the fucking line of fire, but it still got around. Like,
Dude,
I mean,
do you
like, I
remember-
was pouring beers and shit.
You were with
had
me when
fucking
I-
glitter on them. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
You were with me when I did it, when I bought Caitlin those tickets to go
Yep.
see Kesha.
Yep, we were in Vegas.
And then that was SHOT Show. We were all there that year. And then we got home, and what, a week later, the world was like, nah, bitch, we ain't doing fuck all. Like,
Yeah.
so when they refunded, and they kept postponing it, and then they finally just refunded the money for the tickets. I had ordered one of those white painter's jumpsuits because that's what I was going to wear to the concert.
You're going to show up looking like Breaking Bad and shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to show up and I was like, fuck, I'm zipping this bitch up to the collar and I'm just going to be like, I'm going to
Duct
wear
tape it.
underwear underneath and I'm going to wear that jumpsuit. And when we leave, I'm going to get to because it was a Vegas room, so I don't give a fuck. But
Yeah.
like, I was just like, I'm going to strip that bitch off. I'm going to leave it in the sheets and I'm leaving.
I had left it in the fucking, I'd have like balled it up and like put it in the fucking tub. Some shit.
That's fuck, not my sheets.
Yeah, right.
I don't give a fuck.
So I'm bringing Haley to Vegas. Speaking of Vegas, Haley's birthday's coming up. I'm bringing her to Vegas for a weekend. She's never been. Right?
When are you going?
It's like the first week of May.
Caitlin-
First weekend
So
of May.
Caitlin has never seen Vegas. She's been 3 times.
Yeah.
Has never seen Vegas.
Yeah. Haley's
Because
just
she's always
never
gone
been
for like
there.
24 hours for a work thing. Went and coordinated a bunch of shit. One time she was there for literally a day. Flew in the morning, did some shit, got on a plane, came home.
Yeah.
So she's never, same thing. I want
Yeah.
to take Caitlin because she's never been to Vegas.
I'm taking Haley for her birthday.
Nice.
Yeah. Her birthday's in May, beginning of May. So it happens to be on a Friday this year. So fly out Friday night, fucking fly back Monday. Easy day,
You're
right?
doing Spirit or whatever, so it cost you like $1.
Uh-huh. Sure am. Actually, I'll talk to you offline about the airline price, but I laughed.
It's like
Anyways.
$1. Flying Spirit's like $1.
It's not Spirit, it's Allegiant, but it's the same shit.
So $1.
Yeah.
It's a white plane, not a yellow one.
I think it's like $50
Yeah.
one way.
Whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like $50.
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
They can't take anything.
Yeah.
And they don't give you they don't even give you water. They're like,
yeah.
bitch, get on the plane, hold your breath.
You
Like,
have to buy your seat too.
No.
Yeah, you buy the ticket and then you have
There's
to
no
pay for the
seats.
seat.
There's no seats.
Oh, yeah.
This is a cargo plane.
Yes, you do.
You've been
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. But
You buy your ticket.
But there's some
That's
that are
just
like
to get through the door of the plane. Then you have to buy your actual seat.
there's some that are like
Can you
$5
just hold the rail
and
like
there's
in a
some that are like
subway?
20.
It's exactly like a subway. You get on, and it's just
Basically.
it's strapped with a ring. You just hold the fuck up.
It
Like,
almost looks like a C-130. It's got like the fucking. It's got like the jump seats that fold out the side.
That's fine.
and so they can keep
I flew
running
Space
flights.
A.
It doesn't actually ever stop. They just drop the ramp in the back, and you just roll the fuck out. Like
Yeah.
it's just a
Yeah, tuck and roll, man.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be okay because PLF.
Yeah.
I'm good. So yeah. But yeah, so I'm taking her, and she's never been, and we're looking for stuff to do, right? So she's been like looking. I was gonna surprise her, but I was like, I'm not
You're
gonna
gonna
spend
go
a
to-
whole bunch of money if it turns out you fucking don't want to
So
go.
you're going in May?
Yeah.
Ramsey's joint will be open. Cut
Huh?
the one that they do his TV show in.
Yeah.
That'll be open.
Nice.
Should go do that.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm most excited about is food.
It's the only reason to go to Vegas.
I prefer the food over basically everything else there. Yeah.
It's because that city's actually awful.
It's yeah.
It's good food. The rest of the city's fucking
Like
awful.
I like to gamble, but
I can see that now.
I don't. This isn't going to be like a gambling trip for me because I'm there with my wife who doesn't gamble. So,
Yeah.
Well, that she's never been to Vegas, so you don't know for sure.
well, I did kind of tell her, I was like, look, you put $20 in a penny slot, you drink for free.
Yeah.
it's a win.
No, it costs you $20.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless you put more in.
It'll cost you 40 because you'll get through
She
that
did her
first 20
gambling.
before they get around to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did her gambling because she grew up in Baltimore.
Yeah. And then she rolled the dice on me too.
That's
so.
all the gambling she needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite the losing streak.
Dude. Right? God damn. Dude, she's got crazy stories from like working in Baltimore.
Yeah.
That's what I said. She did her gambling. You don't need to anymore. And it's
Because
like,
like
no, fuck that.
bartended in downtown Baltimore as a like a little white girl in downtown Baltimore. It's fucking sketchy.
Yeah.
Like she was telling me one time, like when she
The
lived
fact of the
in-
matter is, buddy, is that downtown Baltimore is sketchy regardless of whether you're a little white girl or not.
That's very true.
That has nothing to do with downtown
but she,
Baltimore.
but she also lived downtown. So like
Yeah.
when she was going home, she would like she always wore a hooded sweatshirt. So she would cover up her ponytail and she'd pull her hood up, either whether it was the middle of summer or middle of winter, didn't
Did she
care.
have Skittles in her pocket?
And then she would fucking tighten it up. That's racist. She would tighten it up, and then she would just
Was
run.
that too soon?
She would run down the middle of the street because people would hang out in the alleys waiting to grab people. So she would get in the middle of the fucking main road and just sprint down the fucking street until she got to her house.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's just a fucking line of thinking that we don't ever think of, because nobody's gonna jump out of a fucking dark alley and try to fucking grab one of us. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it could be fun.
Grab me.
yeah, I might be into it. Yeah, I mean,
Depends on how you grab me.
well, that's the thing, though.
No, mister, no.
So, like, if they jump out and they grab one of us, it might go way different than what they thought. It might be like, oh yeah,
What kind of grab is it?
where you going? Come back here.
Don't turn this
I
rape
got
into
you.
a murder.
You promise? So let's
Gotcha. Yeah, you do.
yeah, you do.
And I got you now.
Hold on, let me spit in my palm.
Let's get weird. What the fuck? Yeah. But yeah, it's
That's why you only wear breakaway pants in Baltimore.
Yeah, wham. What? Where are you going?
I do want to get a break. I want to get a tearaway suit made,
The whole suit.
like a whole suit, like a fucking where it looks
Talk
like
to the dude across from my store.
that's probably where I would go.
Yep.
I already bought a suit from him.
I don't know how he sells those suits at those prices, but
Yeah,
dude, it's like Korea prices for those suits. It's
Wow.
wild.
yeah. He's pretty good. He's a nice guy too. Shit.
Yeah.
But well, anyways,
He doesn't drink though.
no. I can
Tried.
see that.
Speaking of drinking, can you give me some more ice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys seen Jackass Forever?
No, not yet.
That's the
I'm
new
not.
one, right?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
It's,
Is it actual like stunts and stuff
Oh,
anymore, or is
yeah.
it just Pain Olympics at this point?
No, I mean, it's funny.
Okay.
It's funny.
I was a little concerned that they were like, let's just do this till somebody dies, and we'll figure out like from there.
I actually heard that this one's better than the other ones.
Austin left.
People are saying
2.5 or 2.5 sucked.
Austin checked out. He's like, I'm not watching this. And then Michelle checked out at a gross part.
What's it on?
I don't know. One of them.
Oh, that narrowed it down.
Jazz. When I watch TV, it's a shit show. I can't remember what's
That's
on
like when
there.
I found out that CNN has a streaming service, and I was like, who hates
CNN
themselves
Plus.
that much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackass Forever's on Amazon Prime.
Nice.
There you go.
I have to check that out.
Well, so like I have smart TVs and like, so I just like, I'll fucking like hit the Alexa button and be like Jackass Forever.
Yeah, but if I don't have the
Whatever
right
it pops
streaming
up,
service,
like,
then it won't do that.
Yeah,
Like
but
my Apple TV will do that, but I don't.
yeah.
Like if I'm not signed up to the
Oh, it'll
700 fucking
Yeah,
streaming
right,
services
right.
that exist now.
Which apparently I have Paramount Plus. I didn't know I had.
Which is good. They have a lot of good shows.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Well, wasn't that called something else before?
I don't know.
No, I think that used to be CBS All Access, and now it's Paramount Plus.
Oh,
Because, it was smarter to go with Paramount over CBS. Far more recognizable.
right.
Better brand recognition on the Paramount
I don't know.
for a television station.
It was a CBS All Access. They swapped over in
Snailed it.
I'm sorry, in 2021.
So last year.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be damned. We just got the more you know fucking banners just going all over this
Fucking
bitch today.
Everywhere.
Yeah. What we smoking on, boys? Jazz, I see you got the victory. Celebrating.
I am celebrating. And you know what? It's fucking as delicious as I remember.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Fucking good cigar.
I can't talk about what I'm smoking.
Oh. Is it officially time or you
Yep.
can't talk about it anymore?
I don't know if we can talk
Fucking
about
lame.
not being able to talk about it anymore.
Nope. I'm smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
It was a limited release a Warfighter did.
It's a
It's
Warfighter
delicious.
product.
It's a Warfighter product that's no longer
former.
available.
Warfighter product.
I'm on
The
Jazz's
cigar
go-to.
formerly known
No.
as.
I finished my go-to. I went
Did
to
they really
Jazz's
get a hold of
go-to.
you? No? Oh, okay. You can tell me later. I missed that story, apparently.
Yeah. And so I got the 5.56 Garrison in my hand right now. How about you?
The 7.62 Garrison.
Nice. Which is your usual go-to.
Yeah.
The old Rosado.
It's the first one I've had today.
Is it because you smoke like the other blends all day, so you get a little heavier towards the end of the day?
No,
I have literally been here at 8:30 in the morning and watched him strike an Oscuro. Like,
yeah. No,
it's just whatever I'm in the mood for.
Yeah.
It's not strength-wise,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. It's kind of where I've been to. I don't know. I really just enjoy the 7.62 field.
that's
a
all
lot.
that really matters.
Yeah. I just enjoy it.
I almost said something the other day on a cigar page that I'm on because there's been like this rash of posts on there about like, hey, are these real? Are these real? Are these real? Is this real? Is that real? Is this real? And I was one on there be like, does it taste good?
Yeah.
Then it doesn't fucking matter.
It only matters if you gave $65 for it and it's fake.
Right.
That's the only time.
Then
it
you should be
matters.
pissed. But to be
If you
honest with you,
spent $10 on a Cuban that
if
you
you
think
ha-
might be real,
no,
and you enjoyed
Here's
it,
the thing
no
about buying
loss.
Cubans. If you have to ask,
It's
is
not
this real? It's fucking fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
I've sent you pictures. I've sent you pictures.
You know
like
it.
John, I
You
need to
know.
roll in.
If it's,
But it's just if you,
you
have
know
to
if it's
ask,
fake.
it's
That-
fucking
It's
fake.
fake.
That's because
Cubans
somebody
have a
had
very
given it to
distinct
me.
taste.
Somebody had given it to me though. They'd given me some
You
Cubans.
mean rocks?
And like they
Cubans taste
were
like rocks.
bragging about it.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I'm going to call in an expert. So that's why I was like, John.
By no means I'm not an expert.
And now somebody's
Yeah.
going to go on. Somebody's going to listen to this and go on our page and be like, "Oh, I don't think that. Oh, I disagree. I think Cubans they taste like rocks. They taste like rocks because there's an insanely high lithium content in the soil in Cuba.
I just read an article. I can't fucking remember where I read it. But essentially what it boils down to is all the fields in Cuba are dead
Because they don't fallow them.
No.
Ever.
But they're like fucking dead now.
Yep.
Like they can't produce crops. They have to wait years
no.
in order to actually get another crop now. So
There's also not a master left in Cuba.
no.
They all
But-
have left.
So all the cigars in the next coming years that are going to be coming out, it'd be very interesting to see how this
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Oh, I've talked to people that have been selling tobacco into Cuba.
Yeah. Because what constitutes it being a Cuban?
It's grown and rolled in Cuba. And so it's what's defined as a puro.
Okay.
And you have puros from other countries.
Sure.
Like you have Dominican puros, you have Nicaraguan puros, and all puro means is it's single country source. That's
Okay.
it. That's all that thing means. So when people are like, it's Cuban puro. It
Isn't
just
a
means
lot
that
of, well, then by
it
that
just
rationale and
means-
that definition, wouldn't a lot of yours be puros?
No,
No.
none of ours.
no,
are.
all their stuff
No?
is multi-region.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, they could call their factory and go like, hey, we want to do a Nicaraguan puro.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
could roll a Nicaraguan puro. The thing is you lose a lot of dimension when you go puro.
Really?
Yeah, it tastes. They're all very similar in taste. So
Well, that makes sense.
So
It's like your wrapper will taste a lot like your filler.
yeah, so that's why you have
makes
stuff
sense.
that's, even on the internals, you'll have stuff that's like, well, the internal of this is Ecuadorian and Nicaraguan.
Yeah.
And then we used a Honduran binder and a Dominican wrapper. Not that there's a lot of Dominican wrappers out there.
Sure.
They are, but not a lot.
Huh.
So, but you want to do that to get dimension, depending on the flavor that you want your cigar to have.
It's pretty interesting.
Puros can be phenomenal. The Opus X is a puro. It's one of the few, but the LFD LG is a puro. It's a Dominican puro.
Yeah.
There's Nicaraguan puros out there that are very good, but there's not a lot of people that do it because most puros,
Well-
unless it's being done by a master, are very boring.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Cubans are overhyped. Because you were like, if you spent $65 on it's fake, you'd be pissed. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I've spent $65 on a Cuban and still been pissed.
yeah,
Like-
right.
And I knew it was real and was still pissed
Yeah.
because it tastes like rocks.
There's a couple good. I like the Partagas D number 5. That's I
That
like
one's really good. The Bolivar Gold Medal.
Yeah,
The Bolivar Gold Medal is super, super good.
but most Cubans that I've smoked all have a very unique flavor that I don't know if it's necessarily rocks, but they all have a unique flavor to me that
Yeah.
I can.
You can tell. You can pick up the flavor.
I've never smoked a rock before.
Yeah.
I don't smoke rocks.
Oh,
Well, you can't
Yeah.
smoke a rock.
well, you can.
Yeah. I've seen people try.
Ask
Hunter
Hunter
Biden.
Biden.
Yeah. Hunter Biden's definitely tried it.
I got your joke and actually said it to a
Didn't
drill
he smoke a
sergeant
piece
one
of
time.
Parmesan thinking it was
Yes.
Probably.
there was a thing about like he smoked Parmesan because he thought it was a crack rock.
Smoked Parmesan is delicious.
Smoked
Yeah.
Parmesan sounds good.
It's really good.
I'm into that. So we had Easter yesterday. So happy belated Zombie Jesus Day. John, I'd like to thank your people, half your people,
You're welcome.
for killing Jesus and giving us
Good for you.
a holiday. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do?
Not
Anything
a
special
thing.
this
I
weekend?
ran around the neighborhood and everyone that had a statue of Jesus up, I killed it.
Nice.
Tradition,
Sure,
Wow.
I get it.
I went and
Run
cleaned
away,
a bunch
you
of stuff.
screaming
For
L'chaim.
I slept in, went to Magnolia Pancake House, and then I had to go to the store because I had 5 city inspections today. So
Yeah.
there's some prep work I had to do for that. But
I made Thanksgiving dinner. Just cause.
Michelle did a Thanksgiving dinner light.
That's what we did too.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys did?
Yeah.
Like, we had turkey.
We had ham.
We did turkey. We did I just bought like the turkey breast and did that in like the roaster.
Yeah.
And then good old stovetop coming through.
we had cheeseburgers.
Yeah. I did some stovetop. Well, I made breakfast on the griddle outside. So I did breakfast outside, did like hash browns and fucking bacon, which, dude, bacon on that fucking thing.
Mhm.
It's restaurant quality,
Yeah.
man. Like,
Speaking of griddles, I got a new tool for my griddle.
Yeah?
Super excited. It's from Blackstone, but it's a scraper. And one side has like the scrubber brush, and the other side has the pumice stone on it.
Huh.
But you can replace them. So like when the pumice stone gets worn, you just like unlock it and put a new one in.
nice. Walmart sells Blackstone accessories. They have like the drip pan like liners and
They
shit.
sell Blackstone.
Yeah, I seen them over there.
Pork belly burn ends.
Nice.
Yeah, I seen those.
Yeah.
Saturday I made chili, which I brought you. So yeah, which Jazz has had my chili before.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Tight.
my award-winning chili.
Sure.
It is. It's award-winning. 3 years running.
So you guys probably talked about it last week when I wasn't here. And we've had big money conversations on this show before. Like if money wasn't an issue, like if all of a sudden we just got shat on by money, what would you do?
Just like the dream.
Yeah.
The dream scenario.
But
of like
I have-
you won the fucking lottery.
I'm going to retool I've got more money than I could ever do anything with. Like I'll never be able to spend it kind of thing. After watching Elon have so much fucking money that he can just troll the world.
Yes.
Like this motherfucker. And I sat down because I was bored and I couldn't get the thought out of my head. And I did the math on his personal value.
Yeah.
And how much his current holdings produce based on his cash offer to buy an entire social media platform.
Right.
And it was like, he would shell out that level of money.
Well, it's $54.10 a share, right?
$54.20.
$54.20 a share.
Right. But he literally made a $48 billion cash offer just
Yeah.
to Twitter's mine. I just buy it. It's mine.
Yeah.
I did the math. It would take 5 months. 5 months and he's recovered his investment in Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you
So I've
really-
retooled my thing. I'm like, I no longer want it so I can travel and do shit. I want the amount of money just so I can be like,
Just troll the world.
watch
so,
this.
So I think he's just really smart because he bought
He's
9% of Twitter, right?
Yeah, just shy of 10%.
So he I guess essentially threatens to buy the rest of Twitter. Twitter executives, which I didn't know included the Prince of Saudi Arabia, was part of it. They're like, fuck no, we can't sell him Twitter because that's how we like create a narrative and shit, right? And so they purposely are going to tank the shares.
Which if I was a shareholder,
But
I'd be fucking furious.
if
he's
Elon,
on the right track.
if Elon sees the bigger picture here,
And he does.
like
And here's how he sees the bigger picture, because you and I both see it. So he made a $48 billion cash offer on Twitter. They're going to deny it. So the price is going to go up. He's a 10% shareholder. He's going to make money on his 10% because he made the offer. So the price went up, and it did. So he made money on his 10%.
Yeah.
They're now going, fuck it. We're going to clear it and tank it and cost him money. Well, it's a publicly traded company. They're going to tank the share. It's going to devalue the company. He's going to swoop in and buy the shares and still own fucking Twitter for less money.
yes.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Either that or he's going to sue the shit out of Twitter for purposely tanking the shares
Yeah.
for fiduciary duty, right?
or he'll do both.
I like the fact that he bought his 9% or whatever it was. And they were like, oh, you should be a board member. And he's like, no, I'm good.
No, I'm all
and then
set.
the next day he's like, yeah, I'm not going to be a board member because I couldn't buy it if I was. So now that I'm not, here's my offer.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're going to go no, and they're going to tank it. So they could have gotten it for $48 billion, and they're going to tank it. And he's going to end up buying the bitch for like $20 billion because he's just going to spend it to buy the stock out and be the majority shareholder anyways.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he's already the majority shareholder, but now he's going to be like, you can't do anything that I don't say you can do. Like
That's literal fuck you money.
yeah. I'm like,
That is literal. That's not just like I have fuck you money. It's fuck you money.
I love the media losing their shit about Elon Musk trying to purchase it. And it's the end of democracy. No rich person should own social media platforms. I'm like, oh, wait.
All of them do.
owned by rich people.
I literally heard this driving the other day. Oh, let me think about it. It was the news guy or whoever it was said, we need to have censorship in order to preserve democracy.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? That is literally the opposite.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I
to
like
me.
how him owning Twitter is a threat to democracy when he said that his policy, if he bought Twitter, would be to remove all censorship on Twitter so it was truly free speech within the platform.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's a threat to democracy?
It's the end. That's not a threat. It's the end of democracy.
Twitter.
But
The
it's
10-year-old.
But it's cool for fucking Bezos to own the Washington Post.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
cool
that's
for
And the largest economic trade platform in the world.
right.
Let's not forget that.
But
that
because
he's-
his politics align with the fucking mainstream media's.
Let's
it's
not
totally
forget
fine.
that Bezos has the power to where he could literally go to a company, huge companies, that would cease to exist
Mhm.
if he stopped carrying their products on his platform.
Yeah.
And could literally just go like, you're out of business, and could just shut them down.
Yep.
Because he could just go, we no longer carry your product.
Yeah.
And shut companies down because of it.
I'd
Like-
love to have that problem.
Right? Fucking A.
It's
It would start with the shipping companies. Fuck you.
No, I just love to be able to sell cigars on Amazon.
Right?
That's it.
No,
That's it.
I saw a meme and it was like, it was basically Bezos going, you can't buy Twitter. And it's Elon going, hold my beer. And he's like,
Yeah.
and he's
no,
like,
he said you can't. He was like,
He's like, and you
I
can't
heard
buy
you were buying
Amazon.
Twitter, and he was like, I'm buying Amazon next, and he was like, no, you're not. And he was like, hold my beer, and he just put add to
Add
cart.
to cart.
And I was like,
yeah.
yep, yeah. A
Which
rich guy
is-
shouldn't own a social media
it's
platform
so-
when it's one motherfucker that owns the majority of Facebook.
It's so funny to me that the left hates Musk now. Like he's literally like the closest thing to like he's the closest one person to the Green New Deal.
You know why
Yeah,
they hate
it's-
him, though? It's not because of all the stuff that he's doing.
It proves the narrative wrong.
No, it's not that. It's because of how he's doing the things that he's doing.
Yeah.
Like Tesla is a non-unionized company.
Yeah.
And they're losing their shit because all they want to do is unionize it. And he's like, fuck off. Like, no, I'm going to run my company how I run it. I'm not going to let unions run my company.
Right.
Right.
And they're pissed about it. They don't give a fuck that he's doing electric cars and bettering the
No.
environment or anything like that.
Yeah.
They don't fucking care.
Or the
None
fact
of it
that,
matters to
or
them.
the fact that their sub $40,000 electric car they actually lose money on because he actually just wants it available to the market. It's a company that's literally going like, no, it's actually just a better solution, and it's good for the environment, and like
Yeah.
we can do this, so we're going to lose a little bit of money on it. If you want a better version, we have these bigger ones, and we make a little bit of money on that, and what we make on those offsets what it costs us to make the little one.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Because like, what's the base model? Base model Tesla's what?
the Model
Like 40 grand?
X, no, it
Ooh.
starts at like 36.7 or something.
Yeah,
it's less than you spent for your truck.
Yeah.
It's less than I spent on my
literally-
truck.
You get 2 doors and a steering wheel.
Yeah.
It's like
No,
there's
you get,
nothing.
You get 4 doors and a steering wheel.
Yeah.
You also get that fucking giant iPad. They all have that thing in it. Have
Yeah.
you seen the videos of people getting pulled over in their Teslas because cops are telling them they can't operate large mobile devices in their car while they're driving it? And they're like, it's built in. Like, I can't take this
It's part of
out.
the fucking thing, man.
Like,
Well, it's like your old Dodge had one.
Yeah,
It was basically
12-inch
just
screen.
It was just a fucking it was an iPad Pro
was
that
up
was
and down.
turned
the
upside down,
biggest
up
thing,
and down.
the
Yeah.
biggest thing that bugged me about their Dodges was the fact that screen ran vertical like that. I was like, made sense.
Yeah.
Made total sense, because then you could change like the infotainment system, and then like the controls would be underneath. So you
Sure.
essentially got like a split screen kind of thing. It made total sense,
Yeah.
but it was so odd
Right.
that it was just like, this bugs me. Like it bugs me because you're different.
Well, it's like I like the setup you have now because like you have the option of putting an iPad in
Yeah.
there. Like you have the arm that'll hold your
Yeah.
iPad.
Yep.
And then also you have like your phone
And
holder.
Have you seen that conversion kit for the F series stuff?
I have.
that you
But
can get?
I got the bulletproof or bullet point mounting.
Yeah, you have
whatever fuck.
the big holder
Yeah.
for your
Yeah,
iPad. and
but I
stuff.
get the big fucking iPad, like the 12
Pro,
inch.
yeah.
And so I'll just put that bitch up there on Nav or whatever. Like it's funny. I was coming back from Arizona. I think this was before Christmas. And Scott sent me a message. He's like, hey, something's fucked up with the inventory on Warfighter. I need you to take a look at it. And I'm literally like, cruise is set at like 85 in the middle of fucking West Texas. And I'm fucking around on the iPad. I'm like, yeah, we're good.
I found this conversion
As I
kit.
kill my business partner.
Hey, if cops can drive around with a fucking laptop,
True.
I can use my iPad for navigation.
Do as I say, not as I do, bro.
Yeah.
But I saw this F series conversion, and it because I have the big screen or whatever, because the sync system comes in like a bajillion flavors.
Sure.
So I've got the big screen that's got the full nav and all that shit in
Yeah.
it. But I saw this conversion, but I have like dials for my air conditioner.
Which I prefer.
About 6-1, half dozen. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Hit auto.
yeah, right. I hit
And I
the
haven't
button
touched it.
and then it does its thing. Like,
Sure.
but I saw this conversion and it gets rid of like the dials and the screen and everything, and it gives you like a new bezel, and it comes with like like what was in your Dodge.
Yeah.
Like it's an iPad. It's a
Yeah.
fucking like 10.5-inch screen that goes in vertical, and it just turns everything into that.
Yeah.
So your sync system still works. Like everything works. You just have this screen now, and it's not bad. It's like $600 or $700 to do like the full conversion to put this thing
Oh
in.
wow. It's
And I was
cheaper
like-
than an iPad.
Huh.
Speaking of air conditioner and auto, I have a pet peeve. Like
On the nude one?
no on
Oh.
all vehicles that have auto AC.
Okay.
I'll push the auto AC, right? And it's like a thermostat in your home,
Yeah.
right?
Here
So-
comes Grandpa bitching about
No.
the thermostat.
When you get in the car and you turn it on and it's hot outside and hot in the car, does it do anything to put it all the way to low compared to leaving it on auto to 70 degrees? Or when it's set at 70 degrees, because it's hot in the car because you just turned it on, to put it down to 62? Does it do? No,
none of it
it doesn't
matters.
do anything.
No.
It just
None of
gets
it
to
matters.
where you want the temperature to be, and then it fucking
stays there.
freezes you
Yeah.
until you turn it back up to fucking 70 or 69, whatever.
Sure.
Right? God, it drives me crazy.
Why do you turn it down?
I don't. Everybody else in my fucking family does.
Oh, okay.
The biggest thing that actually annoys me is that my truck trying to be helpful.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Like I said, it's a pet peeve, man.
I don't
like it,
like,
man.
I don't
Like, I
like
don't
that
understand it.
my truck's trying to be helpful. So it's Texas. It's fucking hot. I'll be in my car, the air conditioning's on, and then my phone will ring, and it will
Yeah.
turn my air conditioning down so I can answer the phone. I'm like, no, motherfucker.
No.
No.
They're listening to wind.
The motherfucker can hear my air conditioner. Don't fucking turn my shit down. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? That's like worst feature to ever be put in any fucking car ever.
Yeah,
I
that's
bought
fucked.
a V8 truck and it's got an auto start stop feature.
I
Bitch,
hate it.
I already know I'm not getting good fuel mileage.
Yeah, I fucking hate that. I don't
Like,
need you restarting
I
every
didn't
time I
buy
get out
a
of a light.
truck with a V8. Now, if I'd bought one that had that little EcoBoost badge on the back,
Yeah.
I get
Like,
it. Why you have
even-
all these features and
Even
shit
if
in
that's like $1,000 option to not have that button.
Fucking I'd pay it.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, I'd pay it.
I'd
Or
pay
all
it.
day.
just let me permanently turn it off.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't like
instead
that
of
I have to
having
get it and turn it on every time.
you
Fucking
fucking get in.
time.
Ugh.
And you know why it bugs me? It doesn't bug me.
Shout out Toyota for not doing that.
It doesn't
Appreciate
bug
you.
me anytime other than when it's hot. Because you'll hit a light and you push the brake and it turns it off, and then your air conditioner, because now it's turned the engine off, it's just the electric blower, and
Yeah.
the compressor isn't
It's not
making
compressing.
cold anymore. So now I'm in there and it's just blowing hot farts in my face until I back the fucking pedal off a little bit, and I'm like, motherfucker. Like, just
Yeah, that's annoying.
yeah.
Fuck that.
And you know why it shouldn't fucking do that? At least here, the back of my truck has the fucking Texas edition badge on it, and that should be the exception.
Yeah.
If you buy a truck with a Texas edition badge on the back, it shouldn't have an auto start stop, because it's like, we know it's hot. So we don't have this.
I feel like if a truck has a Texas edition badge on it, they put just enough shit in it that they know people are going to be like, okay, this is just enough, but I'm going to beat the fuck out of this thing anyway. So it doesn't really matter what
Yep.
I get.
100%. It's like Texas edition is like chrome wheels, badge,
Yeah.
chrome running boards.
I don't really care about
Fucking
anything
dope.
else. Let's go.
You know what? It could have none of that other shit if the Texas edition comes with permanent auto start stop turned off.
Yeah.
Fucking
Sold.
yeah.
Yep,
Cool.
sold.
Put the badge
Fucking-
on the back.
let's do
it. I'd pay extra for the running boards and shit. Just
So-
turn that shit off.
Jazz, you mentioned that you weren't here last week.
I wasn't here last week, and
we-
you've since updated me about whatever this fucking ridiculous agreement that you guys have fucking made.
Yeah.
So essentially, and I think this happened during the debate, actually.
It did.
Right? Like it happened during the debate.
Which I just want to put out there. This was all y'all. This wasn't even me trying to sprinkle.
So
a little
I've
chaos.
actually
Yeah,
I
this
talked
is-
to Mikey about this, and I've come to a conclusion. I will show up. I will pick a charity. I will help raise money for this and whatever. Scott, you won.
Well, because I said I was like,
Because I was like,
it's not even fucking fair. Jazz is gonna win.
So, well, no. And what I asked Mikey was, so let me get this straight. We're gonna give the money to a charity, whether
Justin's
I run
back
a
there just
mile or
like,
not. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, so I can show up, and I will. I'll show up. I'll wear short shorts, the whole fucking 9 yards. I'll
We're doing
stretch
this
out.
in Silkies, 100%.
Yeah, I will show up, and I will get in the starting line, and I will sit there and be like, ready, go. And I'm gonna go about 10 feet and go, Scott, you're fast as fuck, man. You win. Like fucking.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
And I'm gonna go to the side and I'm gonna crack a beer and I'm gonna watch you fucking waddle around the court for a fucking hour, and then we're gonna give to whatever fucking charity you like.
See, I was gonna hide the one wheel somewhere and just jump on the one wheel and cruise.
Nah, fucking you win.
If cheating is allowed and you get on the one wheel, I'm going to shoot you.
See, you guys suck. I was actually just going to run.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
going to run.
fucking run the mile.
Yeah.
Look, I'll run the mile if these
Everybody's over here
motherfuckers.
trying to game a mile.
And if you
Bro,
haven't-
it's a
if you
fucking
haven't-
mile, just
Yeah,
run.
exactly.
If you guys
My
didn't listen to the
Yeah,
podcast,
whatever.
essentially this is what it was.
Clearly, we
Is-
know who were the infantry guys.
We're
here.
doing
Scott and I are like, fuck it, we'll run.
We're doing the first challenge. I don't even know what we're calling it. I guess the Freedom Friends Challenge for Charity. We'll fucking go there. Yeah. All right. Fucking, and all it is, it's a 1 mile run with our 4 out of shape asses, essentially.
See,
And-
we ought to do something cool with this, right? Like, we know a lot of other people in the community.
sure.
Like, we know a lot of other people that run podcasts or they
I
run.
only want to embarrass myself in my own community.
Right? I need all the other out of shape veterans to go like, yep, nope, that'd be me. Like, I'm down for that. But we know a lot of other people in the community, right?
Yeah.
Like we know other podcasts, we know other veteran companies, like
Sure.
we know all these people. We ought to do something cool, and we ought to do something like it's the $1 Million Mile. And we should get like everybody we know, everybody we can reach out to that's got a company that has a reach that's in the veteran community. And we ought to see if collaboratively, if we all go run this fucking mile, if we could figure out how the entire community to raise $1 million and give it to, like, we talk about the buddy check program and all that kind of stuff,
Sure.
but there's things like the Cannon Recovery House and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like a charity that does good work, but is entirely underfunded. Like,
Which is a lot.
because a lot of
There's
these
a lot of
charities
them out
that people pick, like you go look at them and it's like, these motherfuckers had $15 million last year. Like, you're fucking fine.
Yeah.
But then there's guys like Cannon Recovery that like, this guy donated a table and it was life-changing for the system. And it's like, fuck, let's give those guys money.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we got to get everybody involved. Pick
Well,
one.
let's maybe make that the second annual.
Yeah. But
Let's-
pick something and try to focus on like, and do like $1 million mile or whatever.
Let's try to raise $100 here.
So, so the first one, here's what we do. We got to do,
I say $5,000.
no, we got to do a 1K click.
Okay.
I think it's a reasonable goal. We'll run a click
All right.
for a K.
Well, that's not.
Oh.
No.
So
I don't
you're
like
saying
that.
if we
'Cause
get like
we get 10.
No.
That's a lot. I want to do a mile.
Not I'm going to run a kilometer per $1,000. No, 1K for a 1K.
Okay.
So we're going to do the 1K. So we'll run a K.
this psyops motherfucker
Yeah.
trying to get out of running a mile.
It's just a
Look
mile.
at this
Just a
shit.
mile.
You know what? That's it. Next week, I'm showing up with every motherfucking Spartan medal on. I'm just going to show up wearing them
It's
all.
just going to weigh you down.
Yeah, and I'm going to sit here and be like, fuck.
Here's the thing.
I'll
though,
run a
Jazz.
mile.
Show up
I don't
with
care
a
about running a
fucking
mile.
Smart
cocky
races-
attitude.
Smart races
and
you
a
can
no
walk.
give a fuck attitude.
You're allowed to walk a Spartan race. You still
I'll
get
wear my Tough Mudder
I have-
headband from like 2010.
I have never walked a Spartan race.
Jazz, I just want you to show up and walk the entire thing like how Conor McGregor walks around the ring.
Just dick first.
With the medals
Just
up.
cock first.
That's how I want to
All right.
see you go this 1 mile.
All right.
That's how I run, bro. What are you talking about?
I believe that.
I don't even remember how I run.
I just think if we're going to do it, like,
I bet we run funny.
I bet we run old.
Scott, when was the last time you remember running?
When Darren was getting ready for the Coast Guard.
Before that?
Before that, the last day I was in the Army, I'm sure.
wow. Was that to run to go sign your paperwork that you were leaving? I was like,
I probably
fucking
the
deuces,
last,
bitch.
the last day
Probably
to grab my
do
PT in the
D214.
morning.
Or was that fucking PT test you had to do before you were exiting?
I don't remember the last actual time I ran because the last time I remember I was supposed to get, so I'm leaving Iraq to go on leave, and all I had was one uniform to fly home. Like, because I was at a little base, and then I got brought back to the company area or battalion area to like go. They're like, hey, you need to do a PT test, and it's literally in the desert, and there's no like paved roads. It's like sand, like the
moon dust.
That
shit is fucking
It's not
terrible.
sand.
And I'm
It's
like,
not sand. It's powder.
I still have shit with moon dust on it.
this is
man.
like 3 months before I'm ETSing, right?
I haven't been to Iraq since 07. I still got Iraq on some of my shit.
And
Like-
so they're like, you need to run this PT test. And I'm like, no. They're like, you have to. It's required. I'm like, well, put me down as a fucking 0 because I don't even have a PT uniform. And I'm not fucking, it's 120 degrees. I'm going on leave. I've been doing missions. Like, I've been doing work. Like, fuck you guys. I'm not doing this. And I think at that very moment, I didn't realize it, but I traded my ETS award for that PT test.
You know what? Worth it.
Worth it.
They're fucking worth it.
You guys can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so I came back, finished up my couple months in
You
Iraq.
need to go get a custom license plate where those people that have like Legion of Merit or any of that shit on it, and you need to have PT 0.
Right.
Just
There
put
you
on
go.
your fucking
Oh.
license plate.
That's a good custom plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PT
And
0.
not the like PTZERO, like PT 0.
Yeah.
I like it.
So get the veteran plate,
Right.
but just PT 0.
Or just no PT.
Yeah.
No PT. I like that.
PT fail.
PT fail. That's good. I'd rock that.
But yeah, then when I got back to Fort Campbell, I was already stop loss, so I went right into ETSing. I don't think I did PT.
Like I remember the last time I ran because it was the last time I ran healthily before I hurt my back because I hurt my back on a run.
Well, see, this
Like
yes.
Like it's literally how it went down. I remember it. So I was on Aberdeen. I was stationed at Aberdeen Proving Ground. I was back in the test center, and my office was like this little like single wide trailer. And we had a bathroom and shower and stuff in it. And I went out for a run. I ran like 3 or 4 miles just around the test center, as you do because you're active duty and you have to PT, right? So like I went out for a run and I was fine. Took a shower at the office, got dressed, drove home, was all good. Got to my house was about 25 minutes from my office. So like I get home, I fucking turned on the George Foreman grill, was gonna make some chicken. I remember I sat on the couch, turned on the Red Sox game, and couldn't get off the couch. My back was just like, you're done.
Yeah.
And that's when it happened. And when I went to the doctor, they were like, yeah, dude, you could have fucking fucked this up sneezing. Like it was just like it was hanging by a thread, dog. And then you just happened to fucking snap that fucking thread on that run. And that's what happened.
No, you snapped that thread sitting down on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I snapped that thread getting blown up fucking 14 goddamn times. But, fucking that was the fucking final thing is I just went on a run and fucking went to get off the couch and couldn't fucking move.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was one of the most terrifying moments of my life. It's fucking scary. And then like I tore a muscle in my calf a few years ago playing softball. I went to go jump up to catch a ball. I was in left field and I felt like somebody had like thrown something at me and hit me in the back of the leg. And I was like, what the fuck? And nope, I just tore my fucking calf muscle. Right. And, so that put me down for a while. And then I tried to run one time after that.
Yeah.
And I'm talking menial jogging, like not fast. Just
Well, I'm going to say this.
And my fucking calf fucking.
When are we trying to do this mile, by the way?
If I kill you on this run, I'm going to talk so much shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to
You
talk
should.
so much shit.
You should.
When are we doing this thing?
We haven't decided that yet.
Oh.
As soon as we get enough money raised.
Yeah, I think we're
So
not
we're
going
gonna
to
set like a marker, and it's like
Yeah.
we raise this much money, then we'll do the run.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think
I'm down for
we're
that.
going to do. Yeah.
Because our crew is lazy as fuck. So I got like 6 months to a year to truck to train for this. That's fun.
I mean,
Oh, nobody's training.
you can't, you're not allowed to train.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to train.
I mean, if you're going to take it that serious, that's
Yeah.
I'm not actually going to train to run a fucking mile.
no, because that'll involve running more miles. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
I want to run one. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like my wife comes home from fucking Orange Theory and she's like, my mile time's down to this. I'm like,
Fucking cool. like,
okay.
it's like when Haley was training for Mammoth. She'd be like, don't get me wrong, her ruck times were impressive, but I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
That's like when they were trying to convince. That's like when they were trying to convince you and I to go do Mammoth, and it was like, I'm not doing this, and they were like, why? And I was like, because they used to pay me to do this, and I hated it then.
I'm not doing it for free.
Not just free.
I'm paying.
I'd have to
do
pay
it
to go fucking do it.
Yeah.
So
not my bag.
So Jazzy, earlier you were trying to psyops out of having to run this mile, which
No, I just thought it was a better name.
I appreciate, but I'm going to try to psyops us out of running this mile.
What do you got?
We're going to put that marker, and it is up to the listeners. If the money's not reached, then we're not going to run.
We'll still donate your money, but we're just not going to run.
If it's reached in a week, we'll run in a week. So, yeah.
Oh, so it's, you know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
As fast as you raise the money is how fast we'll have to go run the mile.
So what should we do it? Where should we put the dollar?
You know what we can
How
do?
soon we'll have to go.
Okay, that's a more accurate description.
It's not going to be
You are
fast.
correct. It's not going to be fast.
Facebook has the Facebook
I'm going
has
to go with
the
one lap and we're all going to be walking going, so
Facebook has the
bring a rut
fucking
case.
what do you call it? The fucking
hit a fanny pack. Just
the fundraiser thing that you can do. And you can set a goal.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? On that one you can set a goal.
Right.
Right?
shit, yeah.
And so I say we do that. And just do
22.
it. And we can throw it in the fucking Freedom Friends group.
Yeah. And so as soon as $100,000 is raised, we'll run a mile.
Oh, I picked my charity, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
Who are you going with?
Cannon Recovery House.
Are you going to do Cannon?
I really like those guys.
Yeah.
I've met them.
Austin's a fucking great dude.
Let's do $2,500.
Fair.
$2,500.
I think that's a
Totally works.
Yeah. So you're doing Cannon. You're doing
And the
Hero
reason I'm
Sports?
picking them is that
Sure.
I've met
asking.
those.
I
I've
haven't
met those
put that in
guys.
the boat, probably, yeah.
I mean, they just got a $50,000 check. Pick somebody else.
That's true. It's very true.
It was a big ass check. I saw the picture. It was a big fuck off check. Pick somebody else that actually needs the money.
You can't cash the big ones, though.
Fuck that. Happy Gilmore did.
That's true.
The banks nowadays don't let you do it.
50 grand, bank's taking that money. They don't give a fuck. You walk in with a giant check and be like, I'd like to give you this $50,000. They're going to be like, fuck yeah, give me my 10% on that bitch. Fucking bring it in. We're going to give you 0.2%. We're going to make 10.
Yeah.
Check cashing? Yeah.
So fucking, no, I've met the Cannon guys.
Sure.
And got the chance to interview them and ask them questions, but then got to spend a legitimate amount of time talking to them about their goals. I met guys that went through the program, like all that stuff. I like what they do.
Yeah.
They're extremely active. I like what their goals are for end results and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I like their retouch methodology. Like
It's a good organization,
I
man.
really like what they do.
That's why I
So,
sit on the board.
so if I win this mile, then I want the money to go to Cannon Recovery because those guys do good work and they're Texas.
Now I should say,
Stays home.
I should specify that like every charity that we pick is going to get something. Like whoever comes in first, they're going to get the lion's
Fuck
share.
that!
No.
I'm not doing this. No, if there's no victory, then I'm not fucking.
Well, there
doing
is
that.
victory. Like let's say that's why I think we should do like $5,000 is the challenge, right? We get $5,000, fucking
I think it's all or nothing.
$2,000
I
goes to
think
the
it's-
winner, 2,500 goes to the winner, and then like
No, because here's how we're gonna do it. It's gonna be. I say we do all or nothing, but the links to donate to all the other ones will be made available if you want to go spread the wealth. But the winner gets.
yeah,
it
that
all.
works too.
Otherwise, there's no competition. If we're just gonna give the
Yeah.
money away, then just take it and fucking divvy it up.
Well, I mean, we're doing that. We're giving the money away anyways. It's all going to a good cause.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we have
Yeah,
to.
but I can't gloat afterwards.
Yeah, we have to try.
Sure, you can gloat anyways. You can always gloat.
I don't care about
That's always an option, man.
fucking Mike has enough money.
You'd be like,
Cannon boys need money.
you'd be like, I just squished this tighter than you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Gloat. You gloat on anything.
So it's a very communist approach to charity.
It's a socialist charity.
Doing this for superiority, not for fucking. Everybody feels loved.
Yeah, everyone gets a medal.
No, because when everybody's super,
Nobody is.
nobody is.
Mm.
Best piece of wisdom Disney has ever put out.
The screenslaver. Wow, that was Incredibles 2. Never
Yeah.
mind. Yeah.
No, I like it, and I think it's. I'm down. I'll go run a mile if it's going to go to the right people.
Yeah.
I still think it's better than that fucking ice bucket shit. So
Well, that's the whole thing too. Is like we're not spreading awareness for anything. We're just
we're just going to give money to an organization that actually likes it. And if you don't know what the fuck Cannon Recovery House is,
Me and Jazz actually had this conversation the other day. The Ice Bucket Challenge was fucking stupid because I'm pretty sure Lou Gehrig fucking handled spreading awareness for Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yeah, because I literally was like,
Like one of the most well-known people on the fucking planet at that time was like,
ELS,
I have this disease.
ELS is around, and they were like, fuck it, it's Lou Gehrig's disease. Like, we're not
Right?
like,
If you're that famous that you catch a disease and they name it after you.
if there's so much awareness for a disease, they change the name.
Right?
Either.
Done. We don't need
So
to
the
raise
whole
awareness.
Ice Bucket Challenge was fucking stupid anyways.
Yeah, I was torn between two because actually, I mean, as y'all know, I lost my father-in-law to Parkinson's. There's actually a friend of mine that has a thing that she started out in North Carolina called Pedaling for Parkinson's. And she like rode her bike from North Carolina, the coast of North Carolina, to the mile 1 marker in Florida and back to raise money for Parkinson's. And it goes to the
mile zero.
Well, I think she's the sign is next to mile 0.
It's another 3 hours.
Yeah. A lot of alligators and meth heads in that last mile. But she works
long
with
ass bridge, isn't it?
Yeah.
she works and she works with the Michael J. Fox Foundation and stuff like that. So it was either going to be that, but we're all vets. A lot of our communities either very patriotic or served at some point.
Sure.
And I like the Cannon boys. They deserve the money.
Yeah, Austin's a good guy.
They deserve the money because those guys are like Austin actively hunts the ability to keep providing those services and stuff out there.
Yeah.
And
And if you don't know, if you've never looked into Cannon Recovery House,
go
it's pretty
look
cool.
into it because they're good dudes.
It's pretty
And
cool.
Their
It's
methodology is
a-
very, very different.
It's essentially a home for veterans that are in recovery of substance abuse, and it's like people who are genuinely trying to get better. You know, which is funny as we say this, drinking and smoking, but
But we're not talking about that kind of.
no,
We're talking about the ones that it's either canon or they die. Like those
Yeah.
are kind of those kind of people, and plus their efficacy rate is like through the roof. They're guys like people that go through that program legitimately are better on the back end and go for the long
because
haul.
there's
So-
follow through. You know,
and that's my big thing.
yeah. It's not just you completed the program, fuck off.
Not that I don't like our friends and the charities and stuff that they run, but you know, there's
Yeah.
I understand the psychology behind recovery, and Cannon has it dialed in.
Yeah, I agree. I remember my good friend Andrew is the one that turned me on to Cannon, and they were looking for a board member and they needed a veteran, and they were like, "We want a veteran that's fucking like been there, like a combat vet that's been there." And Andrew was like, "I got a guy."
We need a veteran that has a substance abuse issue, knows how to speak to this.
Andrew was like, "Mikey,
Come on, he'll be great for this.
He's perfect." So yeah, that's how I got involved. Remember they called me one day and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna put it to a vote." And they called me back about 20 minutes later, like, "Yeah, you're fucking unanimous."
Yeah,
You're in."
and I'm glad.
So-
And I'm glad you introduced me to them because they're great fucking dudes.
Yeah, man.
And, I'd love to bring more exposure and stuff to their program because it's good shit.
Fucking I.
Anyways, now that we've gotten past that depressing,
So
shit,
the mile,
the mile, we can do it as a Facebook charity thing, right?
I think so, right?
Justin, can you look into that and see like what the timeline's going to be on?
Or like what the
How
best
long
way
we
for
can
us to
run
do
it?
this.
Yeah, I'll do some research on that. If anything, we may just run it through Patreon.
Okay.
But
Yeah, we can do it
that's
through-
kind of the backup plan. But I like the idea of getting it out on Facebook because then it's easier
Facebook,
for people
it's-
to get the word out.
Yeah, it's really easy to share and
They
all
can
that
share
kind
it,
of stuff.
and we can put it in the group.
Yeah.
You know, like
We can put it in the group. Like I'll share it through like my store social media. I'm sure Warfighter will support it and stuff too. but
Sure.
Facebook makes it easy.
the only thing is, I think it has to go to a specific organization off the bat. It can't just be like, we're raising money for this. I think it has to it would have to be organized to go. This is going to.
We have to declare
this.
where it's going to.
Yeah,
I believe.
I think that's the only problem with that one.
We'll figure it out.
But there's got to be
Yeah,
a way
we'll
around
figure it
that.
out
We'll
on the
figure
back
it out.
end.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
regardless, well, fuck boys.
Regardless or irregardless?
One of those isn't a word. I don't care which one.
Irregardlessly.
Irregardlessly.
Irregardlessly, we will approach this whole thing with strategery.
Yeah, lots of strategery.
Encryption.
I'm super serial.
And lots of gription.
Yeah.
Fuck. Anything new and exciting going on? Like
No,
I've been like so out of the loop.
dude,
for the
I've
last
stayed away from TV
3
and the
months.
news and shit. Like I haven't. I've just tried to like remove myself and not fucking deal with.
You know,
anything.
actually, I find myself far more chill lately because I've been so distracted with building the store that I haven't been able to like track anything.
Yeah.
And like,
It's
I'm like,
nice, right?
You didn't miss anything.
yeah, it turns out the world's, it's like, I kind of looked into stuff the other day. I was like, yep, the world still sucks. You know, like,
I think apparently Russia left Ukraine and then just murdered a bunch of people on the way out.
I thought they were back.
Huh?
I thought they were back, and it launched an offensive on, I don't know, the Eastern Front.
Did they?
all I know is they
Fucking
must
hell.
be whooping ass because my phone, Apple emailed me to tell me like the news stuff that I'm supposed to look, and like the lead thing was like, why so many Russian generals died, and I was like, all right, apparently they're still doing the Lord's work. Like I don't
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a little fucked up that I'm like, go Ukraine, because Ukraine's not exactly a fantastic country either. But
Yeah.
But if I had to pick between the Ukraine and Russia,
Yeah.
right? It's like
Okay, so
this is my preferred shit bag over these shit bags. Like, I
One
like
thing
this
that's
shit
like,
bag more.
one thing that I've giggled about.
Do you want
since the
peanuts or
start of
corn in your
this-
shit?
Yeah, right.
Like,
One thing I've giggled about since the start of this is Ukraine and how people say it. Because it's either Ukraine or it's the Ukraine.
so which is it?
I don't know. Do you say the Poland?
I do not.
You know,
So I
but there's
actually- I
it's-
completely blame.
but there's
Seinfeld.
so many people that do it.
I
The
completely-
Ukraine.
I
And I'm like,
completely blame
is it
Seinfeld.
really?
So the episode where
Like, is it the Canada?
Kramer and Newman are playing Risk.
Okay.
So they're playing Risk and they're on the train. Like they're on the subway plane and they've been like carrying around this board so that they didn't have to stop this game of Risk. Because neither one of them trusted the other dude to be able to walk away from the game and somebody wouldn't fuck with it.
This is before camera phones, clearly.
Right. Well, it's Seinfeld, so yeah. And so they're on the train and he's like, well, I've got this, that, and the other. And Newman's like, nope, I still have Ukraine. And Kramer's doing like, who cares about the Ukraine? The Ukraine is weak. Do you see what I have here? And they're like, I'll take the Ukraine. And there's some dude on the train that goes like, you no say the Ukraine is weak. I am from the Ukraine. And da-da-da-da-da. And then smashes the board. And I'm utterly convinced that that episode is
why
the
people-
entire reason
people
why
say
people
the
refer to
Ukraine.
it as the Ukraine.
Huh.
Because it was the 90s and you could do racist stereotype shit like, no, you no say the Ukraine is weak. Like,
Yeah.
without somebody going like, oh my God, we need to cancel the whole
Which country do we live in?
the United States of America.
But that's actually our title.
But that's what it is.
that's
Our
because
full
it's-
name
it's not-
is
we have-
the United
not
States
the
of
Mexico
That's
America.
or
because
the Germany.
we have sovereign states. like you
We're
know,
the United States.
yeah. Like technically,
Actually,
every
technically,
state, it's Texas and his bitches, but you know, whatever.
Now,
But
and I'm gonna give some love to Alaska because those are some hard motherfuckers.
yeah, I'll give it up to Alaska.
But yeah, but we don't say the Texas. I just refer to it as
We should.
Oh, can we?
But
Should we make that a thing? Can
No.
we start calling it
Okay
the
with
Texas?
No, it's Texas.
I'm from the Texas.
the greatest republic in the union. That's actually the full title.
The greatest country in the world.
Yeah. It's like I business bank at Frost.
Yeah.
And if you walk into a Frost bank, behind the counter at a Frost bank, there's about a 10-foot wide remake of the die that made the currency for the state of Texas.
Huh.
So it's like the stamp, like a printing stamp.
Yeah.
But it's like 10 or 12 feet wide that sits behind the registers, and across the top of it, it just says the Republic of Texas, and it's a Texas note. But it's the die that-
Texas dollar.
Right. But it has everything that what you know as a dollar has on it. And it's like payable for all debts and services for government and private usage. Like it's everything but it says the Republic of Texas across the top of it.
Huh.
That alone would keep me banking at Frost. They're a great bank, but that you want to talk, and like you log into their app and every time you log in, it's a different user submitted picture from some different site in Texas and shit like that. I'm like, I fucking love this state.
That's
Like,
awesome.
like,
I'm telling you, man.
This
It's
is how-
it's the Marine Corps of the states. We buy our own merch.
I don't give a fuck. We do. We do.
We buy our own
This
merch.
is like one of the few states where you walk around and it's like you're in Texas. Dude was born in Texas and he's walking around with a t-shirt that just says Texas across the front of it. Not for one of the colleges, not nothing, just fucking Texas.
My favorite Texas shirt that I own is that it's the state of Texas and it's got the California bear upside down and dead and it says no Cal on it. It's like my favorite Texas
The
shirt.
Marines get crayons. Texas gets steers and queers. You know?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
That's still the Corps' fault.
Also,
Steers and queers.
well, it's Stanley Kubrick's fault, but yeah.
You know what? I agree with you on that.
It's not.
It is the
but
court's
it's not
fault that
Kubrick's fault. It's actually
Texas is
Gunny's
filled with
fault.
It's,
steers and
it's
queers.
actually
Because Gunny
Arlie
ad-libs
Irby's
that
fault.
whole
Yeah.
fucking thing. So
First of all, you know that dude was not a gunny.
he was not
right?
a Gunny.
He's a staff sergeant who got fucking ceremoniously promoted to gunny from all the fucking charity work he did. But everybody's always like, it's Gunny Ermy.
Yeah, but he was referred to as the Gunny.
Yeah.
Speaking of throwing thes in.
Yeah.
He was,
Yeah. Well, so when you go to the
The
staff
Gunny.
academy, the staff and CO academy and the fucking leadership academies that we have, it's 3 schools. So it's sergeant's course, career course, which is staff sergeants, and then advanced course, which is gunnies, right? And you each get like, they do like a shirt, right? So it's
Right.
like Sergeant of Marines
it's
on
our
the back.
it's our B knock and A knock.
Yeah. And then on the back of the staff sergeant one says Staff Sergeant of Marines. What do you think the gunnery sergeant one would say?
Gunny of the Marines.
It says the gunny. That's all it says. It just says the gunny on the back. And I was always like, of course it fucking does. Like, yeah. The gunny. You'd see a platoon of them running. They're all just the gunnies running.
So actually, I'm going to go ahead and shout it out for you. Like you said, what I'm doing and stuff for the store is not really your jam or whatever. But you went through it in Satmar, and a bunch of your Satmar boys have rolled through the store. And so I've got all
Absolutely,
these fucking mouth breathing fucking Marines in there. Just,
They're spending money.
oh, you got this? I'm like, yeah, and they do. They fucking ring the credit card, and I'm like, y'all don't give a fuck.
A lot of them are oilfield guys, bro.
Actually, my favorite, they're all Caitlin and I. They're all dinks, dual income, no children.
Yeah.
They're just fucking spending fucking adult money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I fucking like you guys.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad I could help. Shit.
Now I've got that big ass camo net in there. I have a radar scattering camo net hanging. That camo net that's
Yeah.
on my ceiling. That's like it's still got the issue tags on it and everything, but that's a radar scattering camo net that one of your Marines brought me. So,
Well, good. I'm glad they're fucking
but I appreciate it.
supporting fucking small veteran
I
owned business
appreciate
here
it.
locally.
Not that I don't appreciate you guys. You showed up and Scott got hammered and you ran my bar.
Did you get drunk?
Oh, he was drunk.
Because I left right when the pizza got there.
No, he was hammered.
I drink a lot of stuff that
Yeah, you were hammered because he was leaving. He came up to hug me and he was like,
I want to shout out to Big
I watched
Jim
him
for
coming at me. I was
sneaking in
like,
booze.
I was trying to time the sway because he was coming at me to do the whole like, and before he got, he was like, "You did great, buddy. I appreciate it." And he's like, I'm like, all right, I got to time this just right. Like, had like the full sway going on. I was like,
Swing and a miss.
yeah, I was like, Scott had a good time.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm glad you did, man. I'm glad you came in because you even texted me later and were like, "It was a great time, man. I fucking appreciate it." Like, so I'm glad you came.
I was sober enough to do Justin a solid that night and give him a ride to his truck that
Very
was
much
on the
appreciated.
opposite side of the mall.
Yeah.
Did you park in the wrong spot?
I parked up front because I wasn't sure how long I was going to stay. And then it hit a certain point where I was like, I'm fucking committed at this point. I'm staying until this bitch closes down. And Scott calls me out of the blue and was like, I'm going to do you a favor. And I was like, oh.
Because I parked next to him.
Oh, Justin, congratulations on busting your bartender cherry.
Oh, yeah. That was bad. That was terrible.
Now you're a bartender.
That's
You know
a
what?
stretch.
Not the worst I've seen.
I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
Not the worst. I've seen worse, buddy.
My
Yeah.
bar is relatively simple to run.
True.
You have 4 taps.
Yeah, I got
4 taps and no register.
nothing else. Yeah, and
People handed their money to me. They're like, you got to pay the guy over there. Pay that guy.
and the other thing was because it was the grand opening, I was giving away all the drinks.
Yeah.
And people didn't believe me.
I know.
They were coming in, and I was like, dude, just like I was like, it's grand opening. We're celebrating first rounds on May. Just go over and tell them what you want.
we set you up a nice tip jar too.
Didn't do bad,
Didn't
actually.
do bad.
Yeah.
Didn't do bad at all. I pulled more than one $20 bill out of there.
Yeah.
Like it was. I heard you seeded it.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I heard you seeded it. I appreciate it.
Yes, you do, man.
But yeah, we.
It's not like I'm paying. Well, here's the thing, and we talked about this when we were there too. We're not buying anything off the shelves.
That's extremely true.
We're not buying it, but we still want to support you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
What can we do? Well, we can throw money in the tip jar.
Yeah.
Speaking of the core buying their own shit.
Yeah.
So I have dice in there that have the EGA in the 6th position of the die.
Yep.
And this dude comes like, I don't play this, but these are going home with me. And I was like, okay. I've got one with the eagle on it too.
I don't. need it.
He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Speaking of
and
which-
there's the difference. Is
I
the
love
army,
you, but I'll put money in the tip jar.
all the army guys are like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, so-
Speaking of which, Haley,
yeah.
my wife, I told her that you were upset that you had left your dick coaster in your Mini when you traded it in,
Mhm.
and you'd lost it. So,
Oh, I got it back.
oh, you went, yeah.
Fuck yeah, I got it back. I made that motherfucker go back over to that make ready lot, which is off site, and go through my Mini and find that fucking coaster and bring it back to me.
Well, so she That's good to know because she was going to make you a new set.
Well, I only have one. So.
Well, I know that's because I have the other one of that. So she was going to make
another
one.
set so we can have.
And then
best friend coasters.
She got dice fucking like D&D dice molds.
Yeah.
And she's going to make you dick dice.
I will use them in all of my games.
I was like, Jazz will fucking love that.
100%. 100%.
I think she's trying to figure out a way to make dick dice.
You could have the penis and then 1 ball, 2 ball, 3 ball, 4 ball, 5 ball.
What?
Right?
Would
What the fuck happened to you?
Would it be,
Well, but on dice it makes sense.
would it be weighted though?
I don't know.
Only if they're black.
Yeah, these would be white dicks.
They're actually small dice. They're micro sized.
Well, I was thinking like the triangle one will be fun. So you'd like just poke the dick
one
straight
dick.
down in it. It's like when it folds.
I'd use that. That's the only dice I'd use. I'd roll them, and because everybody does it. Like you have your dice around, and if you have dice that are different, everybody wants to pick them up and look at them. And as soon as somebody picks them up and goes like, "Are these full of dicks?" You're like,
yeah, those are dicks.
Yeah. Dude, tell her to order that dick glitter. Just fill them with dick glitter.
That's the plan, I think.
Oh, it'd be so good.
I think that's the plan.
What's funny is I could sell those.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
sure. To fucking yeah.
Actually, I got an
people
email.
like us.
I got an email from one of my vendors today for a new book that's coming out, and it's a D&D supplement, but it's the Swords and Lesbians, the Island of Swords and Lesbians, and it was like, what the fuck is this? I was reading to it, and it's not even the original book. It's a supplement to the original game. I'm like, there's enough people playing this game that you had to make more content.
It was funny.
LGBTQ content.
Haley was like, she's like looking around the store, and she's like, I know stereotypes are wrong. She's like, but not all of them are wrong.
Nope.
And I was like, yeah.
That's like,
Yeah, there's a sea of virgin in this place, man. Virgin and neckbeard. There's a lot of that.
the number one rule in my store is don't be a dick. The number 2 store is the hygiene rule. If you stink, you're gone. Like
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Like, you reserve the right to refuse service to anyone.
yeah. And everybody I've told the rule set to, that other gamers and stuff like that, they're like, fucking thank God. I'm like we know it's a problem. Like the community knows.
So rule number 1 or rule number 2?
Both. Actually, it's both. Like,
If you're a stinky dick, fuck
oh,
out of
yeah,
here.
you're
pal.
fucking, you're paying. That's not even like go.
You should
That's
just get a
not even
sign,
go
no
Ranger
stinky
Bath.
dicks.
Yeah, you're gone.
No stinky dicks.
Yep.
People would be like, wait, what the?
I'm good.
It's like, don't worry, you've never used that thing, bro. It's cool. It's cool, Ryan. Just go back to mom's basement. You're fine.
Just because yours smells like cheese doodles.
Been wiping Dorito dust on your nuts and shit.
He actually refers to it as his cheese doodle.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys who I could tell were more fan of Cheetos Puffs than Crunchy, if you know what I'm saying.
You know, most of those dudes are married.
Yeah, some of them, sure.
Yeah, most of them are married.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of them brought their wives in.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did like, there was one young lady who was there right when we got there, and she just sat in the bar at a table.
Yeah.
And pulled her stuff out and just sat there playing her stuff.
But the one that was putting the lid on the end? She had the board. She had the box like standing up on the end of the table.
Yeah.
Sitting
So-
at the bar area.
Yeah, she's a member of the San Antonio Board Gaming Group,
Yeah.
which is this huge group on Facebook.
And she just sat there and she was taking pictures of like her stuff.
Yeah,
and
she
stuff,
got
and then
part of that group, and she went on and like had a bunch of pictures of the store and gave us
Yeah.
a review on there.
She was
and stuff
tipping
like
very
that.
well, though.
She was tipping very well, and
Like,
and
yeah.
and the reason she set it up like so that's the standard demo setup. And so. And she brought all of her own games. So but she only brought stuff we carried, which means that at some point she must have come to my soft opening and like saw our inventory.
I think I saw her at the soft opening.
And then she came back and only brought titles I sold,
Right.
which I respect like 100%. And we put out the thing of like, whether I carry it or not, if you want to come in and use the tables, bring your game, whatever
Sure.
your preference is, and play it. And she only brought stuff I sold.
Now, do you charge for game space?
No.
Okay.
I'm fundamentally against the concept. There
Okay.
are stores that do, and I fucking hate it. I can't. You guys are the same way. I can't stand that nickel and dime mentality.
Yeah.
You know, like you have your policy of like, if you're smoking with me, you don't pay to smoke. Well,
Redacted. It's fucking redacted.
I was a little aggressive on that. If you come in here and want to try Warfighter and you're
Right.
smoking with Scott, Scott will give you your first Warfighter to try it.
Yeah. If you see me in a cigar lounge,
Don't come up and just be like, hey.
the owners get a little pissed when I'm just throwing shit away.
But she was doing the same thing essentially. Like those were her titles. She brought
Yeah.
those board games in, but it was all board games that I carry. So it was.
She's an IPA fan. So
Yeah.
she drinks IPAs.
So she gave us a nice review.
Yeah.
On that group and stuff like that. But she had set that up so if anybody came up and was like, hey, what's this game about?
Did you get any
could play.
reviews or complaints about all the people at the bar?
No,
Oh,
actually,
that's good.
every recommendation and stuff that we've gotten so far has been like shining reviews.
Nice.
Of,
That's
like,
awesome.
The crew is great. Everybody's laughing. It's a great environment. Like So all the reviews so far have been
Cool.
really, really good. So yeah, whatever you guys did, they didn't know.
We definitely had our nice pants on. We were like, I was
Nice
just interested
anyway.
in talking to the guy. For instance, the professional Warhammer dude. Like, he's sitting there trying to explain it to me, and I'm not interested
Was it
in this
Tyler?
at all. I don't remember the gentleman's name.
Larger Hispanic gentleman,
Maybe.
No.
or was
I
it
think
a bald white guy?
He was a white dude.
It was bald,
Was he bald?
like
No.
shaved head.
You were sitting there.
No.
Yeah, because they were both
I don't
there.
know.
Both of the big groups were there.
Yeah.
And
Good dude. Very good dude. But he was sitting there
he's a
explaining
little
it to
blunt.
us.
when
And
you-
we're just kind of like, whatever, man. Like, and like I'd mentioned that Jim was a fan of Warhammer. And that's when he started asking me questions. I'm like, you put your car in
wrong
park,
guy.
buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I was
dude.
like, put your car in park, man. Like,
Yeah.
you can talk to him when he gets back. This is when he went and did that ice run. When he
Yeah.
went up to fucking to go get ice wherever the fuck he got that cup of ice from. And yeah, he was a good dude. It was just like, it was just
Yeah,
like,
they're all good dudes. It's just some of them are. Some of the social communication could use a little bit of improvement with some of those guys. They're all good guys. It's just
sure.
it's an interesting hobby, and a lot of these guys are so deep into the escapism of gaming, they're not really sure how to carry on like
Yeah.
relatively normal conversations. So
That makes sense. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up. What do you think, boys?
Put a lid on her.
We'll wait for Jazz to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I did want to say, I called it when we all first got there. I was like, I'm curious how long it's going to take and how much these guys need to drink until they walk outside and play with the punching bag fucking machine. And sure enough, about an hour after, I was walking back in and I watched everybody walk out and line up at the punching machine game.
well, we did a contest. Which, by the way, heads up, nobody in this world wants to get elbowed by John.
I watched that because I was at the bar chilling and I was watching the whole thing, seeing the scores.
Like, I got the higher score, but that's because I crow hopped it. It did like a Superman punch. John just did like a spinning fucking elbow, and it was like,
I didn't spin
that
much.
punching
like
game.
you spun your body into
I
it.
just threw
but-
an elbow.
Yeah, and it was. I was like, it
You're talking about that speed bag game?
was a fucking Don't ever let this motherfucker elbow you.
I wish I owned that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude! It's
That
a
thing
buck of
was
squeeze.
busy all night long.
Dude, I was in there today at Monday at 1:00 in the afternoon. Like, and it's all day. All you hear is wham,
Yeah.
wham. I have people that have walked in the store and be like, hey, can you break a 20? And they just want to go feed that thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I wish I owned this fucking thing.
Fuck
Like,
yeah, man! You should buy one. Put it in your
Put
store.
it in the store. You get 50%
and just
everything
be
that goes
like,
in.
and just be like, yo, this one's 50 cents.
right? I'm gonna put one right fucking next to it. Just be like, it's half the price.
Yeah.
Fuck, that thing makes so much
You
money.
just got to put it every day when you open. You just put a sticker or like a sign on it that says "broke,"
But out of order.
out of order, and then have yours right there in the store.
Yeah.
So it's actually been funny because I've had a couple veterans that have been in the store, and that thing all of a sudden you'll be like, they'll be standing talking to me, and you don't hear them like putting the money in it and like starting it, and they'll have like their back to the door, and then all of a sudden it's like wham, and they're just like, Jesus
So,
Christ.
what the fuck?
It's
Yeah.
like,
Oh, it
it's
made me
a
jump a
noise.
couple times. Yeah.
But it is hilarious when you watch the 4-year-old and the mom puts $1 in it and puts the fucking soccer ball out, and they fucking come tearing down that hallway and go to swing at it, and just biff it and just fucking eat it. They're just sliding across the tile and shit. I'm like, all right, I
Yeah.
can stay for the entertainment factor of watching this go down,
Kids falling off bikes, man.
or watching the high school boys that are trying to impress their girlfriends and they're not tall enough to actually like swing at that fucking.
Yep.
I'm like, oh.
Yep.
So they'll like miss, they'll like not even half the high score, and the girl's like sitting there rubbing his back, like it's okay. I'm like,
Like Dave got up there, and you could tell he was just unenthusiastic. He was just like, Nah. He was like that show Daria. But it was Dave. It was like just like where like the ball comes and she goes like this. She's just like meh. That was what
I haven't
Dave
tried
did.
that thing yet.
He walked up and was
Just go
like,
throw $1 in
meh.
it.
Do it. Throw $1 in. We took it. We took our dollars that we did out of the tip jar.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the whole thing was the bet was whoever lost put a 20 in.
Man, y'all lost a lot.
Well, I put a 20 in because I'm a good dude, and plus I was drinking free beer all night, so it's fair.
I can't sell it right now.
Comes out in the wash, man.
I can't sell it.
Yeah,
So. No.
Which is fucking weird.
Y'all fucking know better than that.
Yeah, I know, but still. Anyways, fuck boys. Like, share, subscribe, smash all those buttons. Thanks for hanging out with us for this weird fucking show. This is kind of all over the place. Yeah, brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use the code FTFO. Screw yourself that sweet
media,
15% off.
If you're listening to the show and you haven't at least thrown a like and shit over to Warfighter, could you pull your head out of your respective ass and go fucking fix that,
Yeah, right?
please?
Fuck.
Like,
Take care of the boys, man.
I don't care if you smoke
Fuck.
or not. Just go fucking throw the like. It's not gonna hurt you. You can still follow it and just be like, hey, don't show me this shit. Like, that's fine.
It's totally fine. Just like the fucking page, yo.
Like, God damn it. It's not that hard.
OWellness.us for all your CBD needs. Use the code FreedomFriends25. Get yourself a quarter off your order over there.
Same thing with that. Are they on social media?
They are.
Are they?
Fucking go follow that shit too.
Yeah.
I don't care
And
if you use it
IC
or
Tech
not.
coolers. IC Tech.
Follow it all.
Quality fucking coolers over there. Use for your Freedom Friends 10.
Yeah.
Get yourself 10% off over there. Otherwise, tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your fucking mom's friends. God damn it. Butthole scarves.
It's not the season.
It's too hot.
It's not ass eating season. Ass eating season is not here. Not here in South Texas anyways.
That is a winter sport.
Well, apparently, it's hot down here, but like Missouri and up is getting fucked up right now.
We're not there.
I talked to TJ yesterday.
Yeah.
I was driving around and it was 90 degrees
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
He called me. He was like, motherfucker, there's snowflakes falling. I was like, dude, it's 90 and sunny. And he was like, I'm going to be there in a month. And I was like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks
Is
now.
he fixing my fence?
I'm fixing your
ship
fence.
sailed, bro.
Anyways, 3 little things. Words to live by. We love them. We live by them. Works out for us. Jazz, hit him with the first one.
I believe it's smoke on, right?
John?
Drink on.
God damn it, kids. Freedom the fuck on. See you next time.